An AFL set shot is a fundamental part of the game, and having an accurate AFL set shot could be the difference between winning and losing the game. Throughout the presentation, we aim at developing a novice performer to be competent in taking an AFL set shot. When we classify the AFL set shot as a one-dimensional skill, we need to think of each aspect as a continuum rather than the skill being one or the other. Performing an AFL set shot requires large muscle groups and therefore can be classified as more of a gross skill. However, there are aspects of fine motor control with respect to controlling the ball drop with your hands. The set shot has a clear beginning and end, with the start of the skill being the run-up and the end of the skill being the follow-through after the kick, and therefore can be classified as more discrete than continuous. An AFL set shot can be affected by various uncontrollable circumstances such as weather, distance from goal and angle from goal, and therefore can be classified as an open skill, however still has aspects of closed due to the performer initiating the skill. The set shot is a 4D skill, which is considered one of the most difficult skills to perform. A 4D skill is made up of object manipulation, body transfer, in-motion regulatory conditions, and inter-trial variability. With regards to the AFL set shot, object manipulation is referring to the ball drop and kick. Body transfer would be the run-up and execution. In-motion regulatory condition, things that are changing the pattern of the skill, so the distance from goal, angle, and the weather. Inter-trial variability would be the difference between each set shot with regards to the changing circumstances. To ensure an AFL set shot is performed correctly, 5 key aspects should be focused on. These include lining up to the target, so picking a point behind the goal to square up to, the run-up, being consistent with regards to speed and distance, so ensuring there is enough distance between you and the man on the mark. The ball drop needs to be steady and accurately over the preferred foot. Execution, with specific regards to getting solid contact with the ball to ensure you get enough distance to kick the goal. Follow through, so kicking through the ball and continuing movement forward. Due to the complexity of the skill, it is important that we break down each aspect for a novice to learn appropriately. Here we will see the breakdown of the fundamental aspects of the set shot. Consistent measuring of the steps back ensures the kick always goes over the man on the mark and gives time to line up the target. Practicing the run-up without the ball ensures that the participant begins to get an understanding of their set routine, which will become a fundamental part of their set shot. This can then be progressed to the run-up with the ball and with the ball drop only. And lastly, incorporating the actual kick of the ball. This is where we also focus on getting solid execution and following through. The quantitative test performance measure will be scored on a hit or miss. So if the person kicks a goal, they'll be given a point. If they miss, they will get nothing. There'll be 12 attempts at goal at 6 different set angles. So each position will be given 2 kicks, and at the end they will receive a score. The qualitative measure will be a score out of 10 for how well they perform each key aspect. This test could be used as a retention test following a break in training. Throughout the 6-week training program, we want to see our novice performer progress through the different skill levels or stages. Week 1 and 2 will focus heavily on the cognitive stage. Here we want the participant to gain an understanding of the key aspects of the set shot, as well as improve their ability to recognize and appreciate feedback from sources such as proprioception, augmented feedback, and observations. Weeks 3 to 5, we expect our novice trainer to progress into the associative stage. This is where we expect them to have a further understanding of the sequence of events that are required for accurate AFL set shot and be able to coordinate the key aspects appropriately. We expect them to be able to adjust to different situational demands, such as pressure from the opposition. Due to only having 6 weeks of training, we don't expect our participant to reach the autonomous stage. However, we do want to see them progressing towards this stage. This is where the skill is becoming automatic and the participant doesn't have to think about each aspect of the skill. A pre-test will be performed at the start of the program and a post-test at the end of the final session to assess how well the participant has progressed through the training program itself. A retention test will be performed after a period of 1 week without organised training to test how well they've retained the information learned during the program. A transfer test will be performed to see how well the skills they've learned in training can be implemented in a game scenario. Verbal cues and feedback are an important part of learning for the performer. They are also important in giving motivation and confidence for the person to improve. Verbal cues such as keep your head over the ball, follow through, and land on your kicking foot help the performer to adjust their execution in real time and perform the skill more effectively. The AFL set shot has high organisation, and because of this we like to practice the skill in its entirety. However, due to its high complexity, several skill drills are performed to help the performer master each aspect. Substituting the football for a tennis ball was used to help the performer focus on the process rather than the effectiveness of the kick. This has progressed to practicing the ball drop with the football, a kick with no step, a kick with 1 step, and further progressing to a kick with 3 steps, and finally performing a short pass to a target. Once there's a basic understanding of the main concepts, more advanced drills can be performed, such as this. Further progression can be where the participant has to react to a certain command from the coach.
Left.
During weeks 5 and 6, more complex drills might be used to further challenge the performer. This will help the performer to learn how to kick in varying conditions, such as judging where the ball will bounce, and still performing an effective drop punt. Finally, get the participant to practice the set shot in its entirety with man on the mark putting pressure on them. This would be our transfer test, as it will simulate a game scenario.
Ready? Oi, Mitch, oi.
Good luck with your progress, and we hope this helps you successfully perform an AFL set shot.